Welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a truly mind-bending topic to dive into. We are going to be unpacking a profound cosmological framework that's been captivating Eastern philosophical thought for centuries. Specifically, we're focusing on the end of the Third Era Kalpa and the salvation of the three realms. It sounds like a lot, I know, but essentially we're exploring a fascinating text that maps out the imminent end of a massive cosmic cycle and an unprecedented universe-wide rescue mission. So if the world feels like it's spinning completely into chaos lately, well, the source material we're looking at today offers a highly structured, historical explanation for exactly why that is. Right out of the gate, the text hits us with this incredibly paradox. Extreme evolution brings destruction. Think about that for a second. It's essentially arguing that our relentless pursuit of scientific and technological advancement, everything we usually call progress, is actually putting our moral and physical downfall on fast forward. According to this cosmic framework, hitting the absolute peak of material evolution is exactly the trigger for ultimate collapse. So here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the end of the Kalpa. Second, the three cosmic eras. Third, evidence of the apocalypse. Fourth, saving the three realms. And finally, the final opportunity. Let's jump right in. Okay, Section 1, the end of the Kalpa, a universe in decline. To really grasp the gravity of the disaster described here, we have to zoom way out. We need to understand cosmological time. So what exactly is a kalpa? Well, it's an unimaginably vast period of time representing the birth, growth, decay, and eventual destruction of an entire world system. It's like a cosmic life cycle. And the absolutely crucial point our text makes is that we are currently living right at the end of the kalpa. We're in the twilight stage, and this stage is universally defined by terrifying disasters because cosmic energy is sitting at its absolute lowest possible point. But why are we in this decline? Well, the text doesn't mince words. It's kind of on us. This isn't just some arbitrary bad luck. It's our own doing. Humanity's total obsession with tech breakthroughs has completely overshadowed our spiritual health. We've basically traded our original true nature for material comforts, and that's led to some severe moral decay. We're talking rampant violence, widespread deception, and intoxication acting as these incredibly heavy karmic weights. And according to the source, this has literally angered heaven, triggering our current era of calamity. Moving right along to Section 2, the three cosmic eras, the timeline of existence. Now, the source material doesn't just give us vague, spooky warnings. It actually maps out the universe's history on a highly specific timeline. Check out this number, 129,600. That is a staggering figure. According to the text, this is the total number of years in one complete cosmic cycle of the heavens and the earth. From the exact moment the universe is born to the moment it completely dissolves, the cosmic clock ticks for exactly 129,600 years. And within this massive cycle, the history of spiritual guidance gets divided into three very distinct phases. In the past, we had the Green Era, governed by Dipankara Buddha, which faced 9 water-based disasters. Then came the Red Era, governed by Shakyamuni Buddha, which dealt with 18 fire-based disasters. But today we are in the final phase, known as the White Era, governed by Maitreya Buddha. This era spans 10,800 years and features a massive exponential jump in destruction. We are slated to face 81 apocalyptic wind disasters. Which brings us to Section 3, evidence of the apocalypse, prophecy meeting reality. Remember that number 81 we just talked about? Yeah, it's a terrifying quantity. It represents the number of unprecedented calamities destined to strike our current white era. And the text warns that these disasters are so absolute, they threaten literally all forms of existence. We're talking gods in heaven, humans on earth, and ghosts in the underworld. The whole shebang. Absolutely no one is naturally immune to this. And the source uses some extremely stark historical evidence to prove that these end times have already begun. It aggressively shifts focus to harsh modern realities, pointing specifically to the catastrophic loss of life we saw in the 20th century. It highlights World War I, noting it wiped out over 30 million people in just 4 years. And then, of course, the even greater devastation of World War II. For the authors of this text, these global wars aren't just history. They are the undeniable physical manifestation of those 81 apocalyptic disasters starting to unfold right in front of us. The evidence continues with some seriously sobering statistics pulled directly from the text. The writers point to specific natural disasters as further proof that the Kalpa is ending. They cite the 1976 Tangshan earthquake in China, claiming a staggering 800,000 casualties, and the 1976 Guatemala earthquake that took 23,000 lives. They also point to massive, devastating droughts across Africa and India, as well as the rise of unstoppable global pandemics. In this framework, these aren't random acts of nature. No, they are a coordinated cosmic balancing of humanity's karmic debt. Then the text draws a terrifying comparison when it comes to human weaponry. It looks back at 1945, when 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, causing untold death. That marked the dawn of this era's ultimate destruction. But it warns that our modern thermonuclear weapons are unimaginably worse. These modern arsenals actually represent the ultimate wind disaster of the White Era. They're capable of generating heat that reaches thousands of degrees, literally scorching the Earth in a fraction of a second. Which leads us to this incredibly chilling vision. The text prophesies a time when the sky will turn pitch black, the sun and moon will lose all their light, and global temperatures will just absolutely plummet. What's really fascinating here is how the source material connects ancient spiritual prophecy right up with modern scientific theory. The text explicitly points out that the scientific prediction of a nuclear winter, where ash blocks out the sun and freezes the planet, aligns perfectly with their ancient prophecy of the apocalyptic wind disaster. It's a striking parallel. All right, Section 4, Saving the Three Realms, the Ultimate Rescue Mission. Now take a breath, because it's not all doom and gloom. With all this impending destruction, the text introduces a massive, entirely unprecedented spiritual rescue operation initiated by heaven. Because of heaven's immense mercy, a universal salvation mission has been launched, and it's led by Maitreya Buddha. The absolute key takeaway here is the radical inclusivity of this mission. In past eras, spiritual enlightenment was pretty much VIP access only, reserved for a select few hermits or monks. But Maitreya's mission? It transcends all boundaries. Race, nationality, social class, wealth, none of it matters. It is a universal dragnet meant to save as many souls as possible. And the scale of this effort is just mind-blowing. It extends way beyond just us humans. It targets 3 completely distinct realms. First, you've got the deities and immortals in the heavenly realm who actually still need this truth to escape the cycle of rebirth. Second, everyday humanity, right here in the mortal realm. And third, the souls of ancestors suffering down in the underworld. According to the text, by cultivating your own spirituality here on Earth, you can literally elevate your deceased ancestors out of the underworld. Talk about a massive ripple effect. And that brings us to Section 5, the final opportunity. The crystal clear. While this massive salvation effort is underway, the window of time is rapidly closing. We are in an extreme spiritual emergency. It issues an urgent plea, stating that this era represents heaven's absolute final transmission of the Tao, or the ultimate truth. This is an exceptionally rare cosmic opportunity. Think about it. It only comes around at the very end of a 129,600-year cycle. Missing this chance means eternal destruction in those ensuing apocalyptic disasters. To grasp this lifeline, you need genuine faith, sincere moral cultivation, and you have to actively let go of your material attachments. So, what does this all mean for us today? The text leaves us with a profound, unavoidable question. As the White Era unfolds all around us, and the physical evidence of these ultimate disasters looms larger every single day, what choice are you going to make? Will you seize this incredibly rare, final cosmic opportunity to elevate your spiritual path? Or will you remain attached to the material world, trapped in an inescapable cycle of destruction? It's a heavy framework to reflect on, for sure. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time.